My name is Daniel, and for 6 years I worked as a fire lookout in the Black Pine Forest. My job was simple. Every night I climbed the old wooden watchtower, watched for smoke, and reported wildfires before they spread. The tower stood alone on the highest hill for miles. The nearest town was over 30 kilometers away. There was no cell service, only an old radio connected me to the ranger station. The locals always warned me about one thing. If you ever see lights deep in the forest after midnight, don't watch them. I laughed every time. People create strange stories about lonely places. Nothing unusual happened during my first 5 years. Until October 18th. The weather was cold. Heavy fog covered the trees below. At exactly 2:13 a.m., I noticed several small orange lights moving through the forest. At first I thought they were hikers carrying lanterns, but nobody was allowed inside the forest at night. Curious, I grabbed my binoculars. The lights stopped in a large clearing nearly 2 kilometers away. Around 15 figures slowly stepped into a circle. They all wore long black robes. Each figure wore a large horned mask that completely hid their face. In the center of the clearing stood an enormous wooden structure. It looked like a twisted tower made from hundreds of branches tied together. The structure was at least 10 meters tall. None of the figures moved. None of them spoke. Then a strange sound echoed across the forest. It wasn't music. It wasn't chanting. It sounded like dozens of people whispering at the same time from very far away. The sound made my skin crawl. I picked up my old video camera and zoomed toward the clearing. The picture became strangely distorted. Everything looked blurry. The figures kept flickering as if the camera couldn't focus on them. Then gray smoke slowly began rising from the ground around the circle. The smoke didn't rise into the sky. Instead, it moved around the figures like it was alive.